Well, we got perfect weather outside of St. Petersburg, Florida. Last night, the Angels picked up Game 1 in dramatic fashion. Today, they try to make it 2 in a row against the Tampa Bay Rays. Hi, everyone. From inside Tropicana Field, I'm Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubza. We welcome you, of course, to Angels baseball. I mentioned the dramatic win last night because it came off the bat of Brandon Wood, hitting his 4th home run of the year, and obviously a guy that has been struggling all season long, and it's good to see him hit that home run.
Well, he made some great plays defensively during the course of the game, but the first few at-bats, he didn't have a good approach. But in that last at-bat, after he talked to Torrey Hunter about trying to get a pitch to get full extension on the swing, he was able to get that fastball up by Dan Wheeler and drive it out of the ballpark. Obviously, a situation where they're able to win with that one swing of the bat. Of course, his teammates love him the fact he was able to contribute both offensively and defensively from that shortstop position.
I think when you see that reaction from his teammates in the dugout, you can tell how good a guy he is and how much he has struggled this year. Obviously, very happy for him to hit that home run. Obviously, a game winner. Tonight, we've got Yoel Pinheiro coming off the disabled list, making his first start since going on the DL. It was suspected he was going to miss the rest of the year, but that is not the case. We'll talk about tonight's pitching matchup when we return. Matchup this evening in this game tonight, game number 2 of the 3-game set. Yoel Pinheiro coming off the disabled list, facing the left-hander David Price. And Pinheiro, really, when you look at the numbers, 10 and 7, that's pretty good numbers considering he spent a considerable amount of time on the disabled list.
Well, he's won 7 of his last 8 decisions prior to going on that disabled list. And David Price, the starter in the All-Star game, has been dominant in the month of September. 2-0 mark at 3 starts, an ERA under 1. But Pinero's a guy that's going to be pitching to contact, working down in the strike zone. His curveball and slider's been very good, as has his changeup. He's on a pitch limit at this particular point in the season here, but look for him to work down, get a lot of ground balls, and have a chance to win a game. David Price, mentioned a Cy Young candidate, guy with outstanding stuff, swing and miss stuff, 167 punch-outs on the season. Very difficult against left-handed batters. He's not giving up a home run against a lefty this entire season, but he is susceptible for a left-hander to the stolen base, so you have to be aggressive against him.
That's the pitching matchup for game number 2. That is the Bay, the Tampa Bay area. Sit back and relax. We're ready for some baseball. Lineups at first pitch when we return. Sandwich at participating restaurants, and by your Southern California Lexus dealers, who invite you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com. Now the Rays have taken the field inside Tropicana Field. It is game 2 of this 3-game set. Halos taking game 1 last night, 4-3, courtesy of the Brandon Wood home run in the 9th inning. And tonight, you got David Price going up against Joel Pinheiro. Let's take a look at the lineup that Mike Scioscia's running out there this evening. The Halos now with that victory. 3 games under 500 at 72 and 75. Got Reggie Willits leading things off in left field. Kevin Franzen is getting to start over at third base. Torrey Hunter at DH. Mike Napoli moves up to the cleanup spot with a left-hander on the mound. He's at first base. Howie Kendrick at second. Juan Rivera gets a start in right. Brandon Wood, the hero last night, gets a start again at shortstop. And probably will be getting to start at shortstop quite a bit the rest of the way out, with Eric Ivar having a sports hernia. Jeff Mathis doing the catching. Peter Borges batting ninth, playing center field. Taking on a left-hander by the name of David Price, number 1 overall pick at one time out of Vanderbilt University. And a guy, really, as you just pointed out, you know, he's kind of pushed that Cy Young talk away and kind of made the focus be CC Sabathia. But this guy, when you look at the overall numbers, obviously a very good candidate for the Cy Young this year.
Anytime you have an ERA below 3 in the American League, you've been dominant. 2.75, 17-6 mark on the season. 2 complete games, 1 shutout. An impressive fastball, above average at 92 to 96, above average slider, and a pretty good changeup, a developing changeup that I think will make him even better in the future.
Price just 25 years of age, his second full year, pardon me. Had parts of last year in the big leagues after starting the season down at AAA, getting some work in. Some were upset for him not coming out and earning a spot in the rotation in 2009, but obviously whatever he learned down at AAA has paid off not only last year, but certainly into now this first full season in the big leagues. Reggie Willits takes a strike.
And David Price on the third base side with a pitching rubber. Generally, left-handers are going to be on the right side of that rubber, but the guy that has no problem getting to both sides of the plate.
No balls, 2 strikes here on Willits, hitting .270 on the year with 8 runs batted in. And the 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fouls this one off to the right. This one popped up. Foul territory. Pena giving chase. Makes the catch. There is out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense behind David Price. Got Carl Crawford at left, B.J. Upton at center, Matt Joyce in right field. In the infield, 1 change, and that is at shortstop. Reed Brignac there. He's got Longoria at third, Zobrist at second, Pena at first, and John Jaso doing the catching.
And Reed Brignac, very solid glove in that shortstop position. 9 errors the entire year, playing some shortstop and second base. But a guy that may be their everyday shortstop if they indeed move Bartlett next offseason.
Kevin Franzen swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off to the right. Kevin got to start at second base in Thursday's game against the Cleveland Indians. Went 0 for 4 in that ball game. Hitting .276 with 13 runs batted in. Fouls this one at the plate. That one got a piece of the right leg of John Jaso. As he tries to walk it up, Brian Lenora will walk the baseball out to David Price.
Well, that got him pretty good, especially after a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Brian Lenora just taking a leisurely stroll back to the home plate area. Here's a look at that foul ball. Just underneath. And that's why Lenora is talking to Jaso right now.
Well, that plate is going to be extremely clean now, making sure it's a good target for David Price.
And you see catchers do that for umpires all the time. It's bright white now.
Very clean.
There's the 0-2. Franzen chopper toward the middle. Brignac's got it from behind the bag. And Franzen is retires for the second out.
Well, interesting thing you saw out of David Price there, because what he did prior to the pitch, he looked back exactly where his middle infielders were located. So if he reaches out and deflects that ball, it's probably going to be an infield hit. It was enough to pull the glove back. A shortstop Brignac's going to be in position to make that play. And it all comes down to, just because you're on the mound, it doesn't mean you're not necessarily just a thrower. You're a guy that has to know how to field his position, and Price does that.
So with 2 outs, Torrey Hunter takes a fastball for his strike. This one on the outside corner. Torrey had a 1 for 4 game last night. Had a double, his 36th. Serving as the DH this evening. No Matsui, no Abreu with the left-hander Price on the hill. David Price coming off a no decision against the New York Yankees. after he gave up no runs on 3 hits in 8 innings. He was matched up against CC Sabathia. When he left, that game was tied at 0. He's ahead of the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. We saw this from Wade Davis last night, the starter for Tampa Bay. Had a 1-2-3 inning in the first and scuffled with his control thereafter.
Well, Price with 73 walks on the season, so on occasion, strike zone gets out of the whack for him. So that's hopefully that would be the case for him. Be patient with him. Make him get a fastball middle part of the plate because he's definitely going to be dominant with his breaking pitch.
This one out towards center field. B.J. Upton is right there, makes the catch. And David Price has a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Yoel Pinheiro to face Jason Zobrist and Crawford when we return. Lineup that Joe Madden is running out there this evening. The Rays at 88-58 with the loss last night. The Yankees winning. They find themselves in second place, a half game back as Jason leading things off playing catcher. Ben Zobrist in right field. Carl Crawford in left. Evan Longoria at third base. Dan Johnson at DH. Matt Joyce in right. It's actually Ben Zobrist at second base. Carlos Pena at first. B.J. Upton in center. And Reed Brignac at shortstop. The Lexus starting pitch for the Halos this evening. Yoel Pinheiro coming off of the shambles and delivering a first pitch strike to John Jaso.
Boy, and that's what he does best. Attack the strike zone with that fastball, get ahead of the count, and then finish off with whether that devastating sinker away or throw that slow curveball to get the out.
Off-speed pitch is down low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jaso, the catcher, hitting .274, 5 home runs, 44 runs batted in. He had himself a 1-for-3 game last night, including a walk and a run scored. Lines this one, and terrific diving catch by Howie Kendrick, robbing Jaso of a base hit. And there is out number 1.
An amazing thing you see about the infielders, even the outfielders for that matter, when Yoel Pinheiro's on the hill, the fact that these guys are on their toes because he throws so many strikes and he's a pitch to contact guy, that the guys are prepared to make the plays. And Howie, great first step, dives and makes that catch on that line drive by Jaso.
Toughest thing about a play like that, because it is a left-handed batter, that ball hooking back toward you. So timing it and watching that baseball in the glove, the key to making that play. Nice way to start this bottom of the first inning as Ben Zobrist takes down low for ball 1. Zobrist, a switch hitter, hitting .243, 10 home runs and 69 RBIs. Bounces this one over to Mike Napoli, and there are 2 quick outs. Let's take a look at the Jeep Angels defense. You've got Willis in left, Borges in center, Rivera in right field, Franzen and Wood on the left side, Kendrick and Napoli on the right with Jeff Mathis doing the catching.
Kevin Franzen getting the start at third base. We've seen him play a number of games at second base since being recalled from the minor leagues, but when he first came over to the Angels, playing a lot of third base. Very good as far as coming in on the chopper or the bunt. Very athletic at third base.
Strike on the outside corner to Carl Crawford. Crawford had a 1-for-3 game. He had that triple that brought home 2 runs in the 6th inning against Dan Herron last night that tied the score up at 3. It was his 13th triple of the year. Hitting at a .302 clip this season. Piñeiro's 0-2 bounces in the dirt, goes all the way to the backstop. A 1-ball, 2-strike count here on Carl Crawford. First start for Yoel Piñeiro since July 21st. As that pitch just missed inside.
I think Piñeiro thought that was a strike, and the way Brian Honora was standing up, I thought he was going to ring him up himself. Look, it got a lot of the plate.
Brian Honora, a guy that is known for calling a lot of strikes. We saw that last night from Phil Cuzzy. He's the third base umpire this evening. As Crawford taps this one foul. You've got Chris Guccione at first, Jerry Crawford at second with Cuzzy at third. Yoel being placed on the disabled list on July 28th after straining his left oblique muscle in the bullpen as he was getting ready for a start. 2-2, chopper toward the middle. Howie's going to have to hurry. Gets rid of it quickly, and Crawford is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Yoel Piñeiro. One complete here at the Trop, and we have no score. With quick deposit, chase what matters. Top of the second here, Tropicana Field, no score. Mike Napoli to lead things off here for the Halos. Both starters, 1-2-3 first innings. David Price threw 13 pitches, 10 for strikes. Got 2 pop-ups and a ground-out. Napoli, Kendrick, Rivera here in the second inning as that fastball misses outside. Mike had a 1-for-3 game last night. Had a base hit early on. Stole a base and scored the first run. Hitting 245, 25 home runs, 66 runs batted in. Price misses down low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Take a look at our Chase player profile. And speaking of Mike Napoli, born in Hollywood, Florida, 17th round pick in 2000. Career high with the 25 home runs. And the team leader with family members here at the Trop tonight.
Lots of people here.
There they are. Friends and family. Got to hang out with a lot of them last night. Got the feeling we'll be hanging out with them again tonight. Napoli foul tips that one into the glove, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I like our chances.
Yeah.
But that's the thing you got to do against David Price. You don't want to help him out by swinging at a pitch out of the strike zone. Napoli with all kinds of power. Price with that power fastball. This make good contact and go a long way.
That one pulled foul into the seats along that third base line. Big crowd here at the Trop. There's a concert after the ball game. Adam Lambert.
You staying around?
He gone. Right after Angels live post-game edition with Billy Mack and Jose Mota. Back to the hotel. Napoli goes down swinging, and there is the first out. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick. He had a 2-for-4 game last night. A single and a triple for Howie. Also picked up his 69th RBI. The triple, by the way, his third. Hit that one to the alley in left center field. Had it all the way, standing up. Price delivers a strike.
Howie with some success against David Price, 3 for 8. A .375 batting average.
Foul back. No balls, 2 strikes.
But the thing you notice every once in a while with David Price, because he does throw so hard and he's still learning the craft of pitching, that he will land straight up and not over that front leg. And that's when he elevates a fastball and it straightens up and it becomes a little more hittable. But when he's out over that front leg and he's able to snap his slider in there, he could be one tough pitcher to try to score runs against.
That one missing outside. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. An all-star this year. Obviously got the start for the American League.
See, they're pitching from the third base side of the pitching rubber. Stays tall very well. It's over the front leg, but at times straight up and down. That's when he elevates a pitch.
This one into the seats. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not even hitting his prime at 25 years of age. Just turned 25 in August. The 4th year of a 6-year contract. Remember, when he was drafted, he was given a 6-year major league deal. So he's in that 4th year of that contract. This one's grounded over to second. Zobrist has got it, and Kendrick is out number 2. 2 away. As Juan Rivera steps to the plate to face David Price. Juan hitting .250 on the year. Had the night off last night. 12 home runs, 47 runs batted in. The last time we saw Juan Rivera, we saw him in that series against the Cleveland Indians, and had a couple of good approaches, especially on pitches outside, and punching them into right field, taking a couple of base hits.
Hitting the ball hard to right field. That's been a pitch he's had a tough time with the entire season. Trying to pull that pitch, either swinging and missing or hitting a routine ground ball to short.
Rivera takes outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Juan, good rip right there on a fastball on the outer half of the plate. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, that's what you want to see on a 2-0 hitter's count. It's to let it fly. That's what Juan was able to do. Fouled it straight back. It makes a pitcher think that I'm not going to throw a pitch anywhere near that same spot. Fastball away.
This one pulled, and that is a base hit to left field. First base runner of the game comes with 2 outs here in the 2nd inning. Here comes Brandon Wood.
Play a good swing, 2-0. A better swing, 2-1. Fastball down. If you're David Price, you're thinking you hit your spot. But Juan Rivera seems to be tracking the ball much better of late.
Brandon the hero last night, 1 for 4 night, getting that home run off Dan Wheeler as the leadoff man of the 9th inning. His 4th of the year. His 13th run batted in.
Well, you'd love to see that carryover of confidence, but then you got to face a guy like David Price. You really have your thinking cap on to be able to get a good approach against him.
That'll leave it a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Big swing. It comes up empty. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rivera over at first base with 2 outs here in the 2nd inning and no score. And a 1-2 from Price. Brandon goes down swinging. A couple of strikeouts in the inning for David Price. And the Halos leave Rivera stranded at first. We head to the bottom of the 2nd here at the Trop with no score.
It is Hollywood night here.
Absolutely. He looks Hollywood. If only TMZ were here to cover it. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Just never know where they're at.
Especially with Adam Lambert here. They probably are here.
Oh, yeah.
And you.
Evan Longoria to lead things off here, followed by Dan Johnson and Matt Joyce. Figueroa with a 1-2-3 inning himself in the 1st inning. As Longoria pulls this one up the line, and a backhanded stab by Franzen retires Longoria for the 1st out. Wow, we've seen 2 fantastic defensive plays already in this game.
Well, you have a pitch to contact guy, a guy who works quickly, and you got the infielders on their toes. Great range by Franzen at third base. Howard's replay, right down the line, gets up, because Longoria runs very well for a big guy, thrown out easily by Franzen.
I think Franzen's just trying to impress Raymond over there. Raymond's still hanging out on the third baseline. Dan Johnson takes a strike.
I think he told him before the inning, he said, I'm going to make a great play.
Just for you. Dan Johnson 1 for 3, had that home run last night. 6th of the year. Curveball drops in there. And it is 0-2. Not known as a power guy, but got Dan Herron on a 2-strike pitch. The seat's in right field. Herron pitched exceptional baseball last night for 7 innings. Gave up 3 runs, all earned on 3 hits, including that home run. Got the dreaded no decision.
Now over 200 strikeouts for the season for the 3rd year in a row.
Johnson taps this one foul, and it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. ND is better than the L, but at least they got the W.
Well, you remember Ron Darling used to be a very good pitcher with the New York Mets. Said he'd much rather take a loss than a no decision because he got a bunch of no decisions in a row. I don't think so. no decision is much better. He took the wheel and he did his best he could to win the ball game, and they end up getting the win because of the dominant performance against this very good Ray team.
Johnson loops one in the air to shallow left. Willits and Wood. Willits with the sliding catch. There's out number 2.
Well, I'm thinking the defense came to play tonight. He had to go a long, long way to make this play, especially when you got Brandon Wood going out to the outfield. Reggie Wills coming sliding in, makes a great play.
So 2 outs. Here's Matt Joyce, the right fielder. Hitting .232 on the year with 8 home runs and 35 runs batted in. And Pinheiro misses outside for ball 1. Joyce was the guy that the Rays acquired in that trade for Edwin Jackson. It was prior to last season. A guy who's probably very happy that he got traded to the Rays. Local product. Born and raised in Tampa.
A guy that Joe Maddon's very high on. He's just trying to keep him healthy. He has a lot of power, strong arm from the outfield.
That one's up and away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Well, the one thing is for certain, I know it's been 6 batters, but movement on that 2-seamer from Pinheiro has been fantastic so far.
And a lot of times when you've been out for the time he's been out, you're overly strong, so you have a little better velocity on the fastball, but your fastball will straighten out, but that certainly has not been the case. Staying on top of that sinker very well. Look at that 2-seam fastball on the inside corner.
This one popped up down the line. Long run for Willits. Tries to get it, goes off his glove. It's a foul ball. Boy, what a fantastic effort by Reggie.
Well, I didn't even think he was going to get close to that baseball. And he almost made another spectacular play. Look how far he has to go. Ball's right by the bullpens.
Almost looked like at the last moment kind of stumbled. Right there.
Exactly. This is obviously field turf. So he got his cleats caught. They're going to wear the metal cleats on this turf as compared to the old-fashioned AstroTurf where they used the rubber cleats.
Joyce lays off of that one. That's a full count.
See, that's the regular cleats you're going to use, whether it's this turf, field turf they call it, or the regular grass field in the Big A. It did look like he stumbled, but boy, what an effort.
3-2 pitch. Joyce goes down swinging on the off-speed pitch. First strikeout of the night for Yoel Pinheiro. Another 1-2-3 inning. We have played 2 from St. Petersburg, Florida. Still no score. David Price. Price picking up a couple of strikeouts, his first 2 of this ball game, both coming in the second inning. Jeff swinging at the first pitch, fouls one off to the right, and it snowballs and a strike. Mathis hitting 195, 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in, getting to start behind the plate this evening. Swings through that one, and it's 0-2.
You're seeing a lot of swings early in the count against David Price because he has that devastating slider and the ability to elevate the fastball, trying to put it in play early.
Fouled straight back. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Mathis got to start Thursday in Cleveland, went 1 for 2 in that game with a base hit. Fouls this one off to the right. Another fastball from Price. Off speed pitch, got him. Looking down goes Mathis, and there's out number 1. Now the Angels are giving away yet another trend-setting hat as the kids are back in school. You just got to come out to the Big A 1 week from tonight. That's Saturday, September 25th against the White Sox. All kids ages 2 to 18 in attendance will receive a free Angels camo hat courtesy of Smart and Final. Get your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com or any of the Angels Stadium ticket windows. Borges takes a strike with that fastball.
Can't wait to wear that around during the wintertime.
Now with your Rally Monkey lunchbox. It's a good look at the Staples Center.
Oh, check it out, some hockey.
This one looped into right field. Joyce will play this one. It's a foul ball. Alfredo Griffin seemed to jump the minute that Chris Guccione made that call.
Well, that was pretty close.
Mike Scioscia's going to come out and just have a conversation here. And I think only doing so because Alfredo kind of jumped at the reaction. The reaction to the whole call was, I can't believe you made that call. The call being fouled.
Well, right down the line from this angle, it looked really close.
It's tough to tell from that angle. All it's got to do is just touch the white, and it's a fair ball.
Real tough call.
This one foul off to the right, so the count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Another 0-2 to Borges. This one grounded to the right side. Pena going deep to his right. Foot race to first. Borges is out. Called out by Chris Guccione on a bang-bang play. And again, Alfredo Griffin. Very animated over there. 2 outs.
He's in for this game today, Alfredo. But that was a great play by Pena, and to be able to make that throw over to David Price. The left-handed pitcher is going to fall towards third base and get there in time. Just foot got in there just before Borges' foot landed on the base. Good call. I mean, this ball's hit hard to first base, too. But look how quick Borges gets down the line.
And he slipped coming out of the batter's box. Alfredo.
Alfredo's awesome.
Takes a strike. Reggie popped down into foul territory in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Late on that fastball, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. 3 punch outs for Price.
Boy, if you could throw a fastball like that on the outside corner at knee level, it's going to be a tough night.
He's just staying out there, too. Has not come inside to show one fastball. Now it looks like he's doing so here. Reggie fights it foul.
Pretty quick on that fastball inside. And not a ton of movement on the fastball by David Price, but it's overpowering. He's got good deception in his delivery also. The all-speed pitch. Jason wants it down in the dirt. Can expand the strike zone, being up 0-2 in the count. That's the one pitch I think he's going to have to work on, is his changeup. You see in his delivery how he slows down his arm. Said it most times, with a good changeup, you got to trust your grip that it's going to take the speed off the pitch.
And that was basically the reason Joe Madden of the Rays decided to send him down prior to last year, coming out of spring training, to make sure that he could master that third pitch.
I still think that was the right decision. The year before, he was up just for 5 games, and of course during the postseason, won Game 7 against the Red Sox that year out of the bullpen. It's all about developing your off-speed pitch. That changeup makes you that much more effective.
2-2, grounded toward the shortstop, Brignac. Low throw, and it's dug out by Pena. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Price. We head to the bottom of the third, scoreless here at the Trop. Including one strikeout, facing the bottom third of the Rays order here. Pena, Upton, and Brignac. Pena showing bunt, fouls it at the plate. That's no balls and a strike. The reason Pena is showing bunt in that situation is because, well, why not? You've got the overshift on, 3 infielders on the right side. Franzen, the third baseman, is at the shortstop position. If you get anything up the line at third base, it's a base hit.
Yeah, but the big neutralizer is the fact is Pinheiro fields his position exceptionally well. Gets off the mound, lands in good fielding position also.
This one tap foul, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. You saw the numbers on Pena, 201 on the year, 27 home runs, 80 runs batted in. His free agent at the end of the year.
He's 2 for 14 against Pinheiro in his career. It's probably not a bad idea to try to do that push bunt down the third base line. Including 8 strikeouts in that 14 at bats.
That pitch is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Down goes Pena. Back-to-back punch-outs for Pinheiro.
Well, a little Rembrandt work on the outside corner, painting the corner. Head of the count. Still love this pitch. Fastball, either on the corner or just off the corner. It makes a hitter think, what's the next pitch going to be? Well, he's got to wait till his next at bat to see that after that perfect spot.
So one out. Here's B.J. Upton, the center fielder. Hitting .236 with 17 home runs and 54 runs batted in. B.J. last night was 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Guy you'd like to keep off the bases. The Rays run exceptionally well as this one lifted in the air to left. Playable for Willits. 2 outs. The Rays lead the world in stolen bases. 160 of them.
Very aggressive as far as going first to third also. The play by Michael Kahn picking off Jennings last night when they were going on a spin move to second base was the big reason why they won that game last night. But that's not going to slow down the Rays. They're always going to be aggressive.
Brignac came on as a pinch hitter last night in the 9th inning. He got a base hit off Fernando Rodney. But was stranded there with Rodney got the last out, retiring Zobrist, picking up his 11th save. There's a strike, 2-1. As you mentioned earlier, with Bartlett not getting the start today, there is a possibility with Jason where they might think about non-tendering him, depending on the emergence of Brignac, as to whether or not he can play every day. Napoli going to the back end, doing a nice job in feeding Pinheiro for a 1-2-3 inning. Minimum 9, that's what Pinheiro has faced. We are through 3, still scoreless. Hughes, 6'5", busting that out. Yeah, doing a flip after the Carlton. Oh. Kevin Franzen will lead things off here in the 4th inning. Swinging at the first pitch, a little too hopper to Brignac. Franzen is retired for the first out. Kevin now 0 for 2, both times grounding out to Brignac. Brings up Torrey. Torrey hit a fly ball to center field to end the first inning, so he's 0 for 1.
Torrey doing the veteran thing, taking his time getting up to the batter's box when you have a pitcher like Price getting 1 pitch, 1 out.
Piñeiro has thrown 34 pitches, 22 for strikes.
You have to emphasize the fact that most times when somebody has an injury like Piñeiro had at that point of the season, the talk was he was done for the year. Yep. But he was determined, and the very next day after the diagnosis was made about his oblique muscle, he was going to come back. And here he is already dealing through 3 innings.
I think someone may have told him that Mike Butcher said 75 to 80 pitches, and he says, you know what? If that's the case,
I'm still going 7.
I'm going to try to get a CG out of it.
Greg Maddux used to do that pretty well, about 85 to 86 pitches at 8-9 innings.
With some of the calls that the umpires gave those Braves pitchers, of course, you get Eric Gregg every 5th day.
Oh. Boy, I wish I was in the National League with him behind the plate. He was a great guy. Great sense of humor also.
2-2's fouled off. That game that he called Marlins-Giants wild card game with Livan Hernandez on the mound, those pitches, it started off 6 inches off the plate. By the end of the day, about 1.5 feet.
That's why I said that's such a good pitch off the outside corner.
I mean, you couldn't hit those things with a fungo. 2-2 upstairs, full count.
That was an impressive strike zone.
Impressive. Impressive.
What was it? Talk about it was anywhere inside the batter's box, either side. It was a strike.
Either side, exactly. Here's a payoff pitch, and that is up and away. A walk first issued by Price. It comes with 1 out here in the 4th. Hey fans, Hispanic Heritage Fiesta occurs 1 week from tonight on Saturday, September 25th from 12 to 4 in the Angel Stadium parking lot. Activities for the whole family include carnival-style attractions, live Latin entertainment, and a variety of food to choose from. Scheduled to appear select members of the Angels expanded roster, Angels coaches, broadcasters, and the Strike Force. Log on to angelsbaseball.com/fiesta.
Maybe Billy Mack. Maybe he'll show up.
Billy Mack might be there. As a matter of fact, Billy Mack should be there. That is, of course, assuming he is doing the game, because we wouldn't want him to be at the stadium if he's not scheduled to be there.
Well, he'll be there for the pre- and post-game show, so he might as well be there all day.
I think that's a great call. Might be able to get him to actually be the official, unofficial host of the Fiesta.
I think that should be a strong possibility.
1-0 to Napoli. High fly ball to shallow center. A.J. Upton comes jogging in. He'll make the catch. Route number 2. So 2 outs. Torrey still at first, and here comes Howie.
Be surprised here if Torrey tries to steal a base. David Price has allowed 13 stolen bases against 7 caught, but with Jaso on the behind the plate, all 7 base stealers have been successful going against him.
The fastball is in there for a strike.
And I think when you have a good pitcher like Price, you have to force the issue, take some chances. It's not going to give him many opportunities with the ability he has as far as his fastball and slider.
Howie hits one in the air toward left center field. B.J. Upton got a good jump on this one. He's under it. Puts it away for the 3rd out. A walk is stranded at first base. We head to the bottom of the 4th here at the Trop. Still no score. pitches, 22 for strikes. Good battle between David Price and Piñeiro thus far. Jaso's 0 for 1. He lined out. That's that play that Howie Kendrick made, diving to his right, robbing Jaso of a base hit. He's 0 for 1.
Well, you just would think with that stance that Jaso has, he'd be susceptible to elevated fastball.
Wide open stance. Off-speed pitch is down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's in the position that he's at that when the pitch is about ready to be approached at him, he straightens up and then goes back down. So a lot of movement. You have to have super quick hands to be consistent as far as putting the ball in play. And he's done a nice job for the Rays. He's got some real good numbers against the Angels this season.
Lays off the breaking pitch. They wanted an appeal. Phil Cuzzy says he did not go, and it's 2-2. This one rolled over to first, but foul. Jaso hitting .476 against the Halos this year. A home run, 6 RBIs. Playing down his 98th game and pretty much the everyday catcher for Joe Madden. And with the unusual task of batting leadoff. That pitch is a called strike, 3 on the corner. Down goes Jaso. 1 out.
Well, a pretty good pitch here. Fastball. Mathis setting up the outside corner. Frames that at the knees. Outside corner gets a punch out looking.
I think Jaso's question was whether or not it was below the knees as opposed to the corner. That's good to know. I mean, if you're a catcher, you want to know if your guy's going to get the same type of call. I mean, he just files that away. So
it's a very good point. That's a smart thing for a catcher. Okay, all right, that's a strike, but I want that same pitch for David Price on the outlet. And most times you're going to get that if you do it the right way.
That's a 3rd strikeout for Piñeiro. Zobrist grounded out to Napoli in the first, so he's 0 for 1. One ball, 1 strike here on Zobrist. Piñeiro one time at a 6-game winning streak between June the 6th and July the 4th. Then had a no decision against Oakland. Picked up a win against Seattle on July 15th. 7 wins and 8 starts through that stretch. Took the loss against the Yankees. His last start prior to going on the disabled list.
Well, we talked about when he first came over the Angels, that transformation of Piñeiro when he came up with Seattle, a power guy up in the strike zone, 94, 95 with a 4-seam fastball, has made the adjustment into a pitch to contact sinker baller.
Zobrist fouls this one back. And right into the radio booth next door.
Wow.
It almost got Terry Smith and Jose Mota. And they were surprised because of the height of that ball. Somehow got into the booth. Scared the living daylights out of both of those guys.
Jose usually has his glove with him to make the play.
No glove for Jose. 2-2. Inside, full count. Full boat here with Zobrist. Crawford is on deck. And a 3-2. Zobrist off the end of the bat. Positioned perfectly was Brandon Wood. There are 2 outs.
Well, good movement on that pitch, too, by Piñeiro. Gets the bat was off the end of the bat. Not hit particularly well, and the position perfectly. Brandon Wood was to be able to make this play.
Piñeiro trying to go with the kick save.
Well, training camp is open for the NHL right now.
Crawford swings the first pitch, and Howie can't get that one. A base hit to right field. First base runner for the Rays. It comes with 2 outs here in the 4th. Nice effort on the part of Kendrick.
Boy, another fastball. This kind of got a little bit more of the plate. Crawford just by the diving attempt by Howie Kendrick. Good read, quick step. Just hit too well to get in the outfield. But it's a good matchup now. Pinheiro, who's very good as far as slowing down a running game against one of the best there is as far as stealing bases. Carl Crawford with 43 stolen bases on the season. Pinheiro's allowed only 2 stolen bases against him all year. And this is a guy, a pitch to contact guy, a guy who has base runners. Very quick to the plate, holds the ball well, quick to first also.
Longoria takes down low for ball 1. Evans 0 for 1. He hit that ground ball up the line that Franzen made a nice play on. Crawford, with those 43 stolen bases, 3rd in the American League.
A little quick pitch on him there. Slide step.
There's a strike, 1-1. Longoria taps this one foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We're just looking at Carl Crawford trying to get a gauge on Pinheiro. 3 times in a row he was slide stepping, quick pitching against him. Trying to get that bigger lead. 1-2 count. Considering that it's more than a breaking ball count, he might be going here.
Pinheiro certainly has not been afraid to pitch inside of Longoria. Step off there. Nothing happening with Crawford. Mentioned 3rd in the American League in that stolen base category. Juan Pierre still atop the leaderboard. Rajay Davis, 1 better than Crawford. This one chopped on the ground, and that is a base hit. Franzen was guarding more of the line. So it seemed off the bat to be a routine ground ball. Ends up going for a base hit.
Boy, pretty good pitch down. Kind of ran back to the plate. Right through the hole for a base hit. And when Pinheiro is going to give up his share of hits, it's because he's down in the strike zone. It's a very difficult pitch to get a lot of strikeouts with.
So 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Dan Johnson at the plate. Hit that little lazy fly ball to shallow left, and Reggie Willits made a nice play on. So he is 0 for 1. Pinheiro retiring 11 in a row to start this ballgame off before the base hit by Crawford, followed by the base hit off the bat of Longoria. Big swing and a miss there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, Dan Johnson with that open stance, closed stance, and then when the pitch is delivered, he does open up. So he does prefer the ball in the inner half of the plate. Going to have troubles with that sinking fastball away.
Hooks this one foul up the first base line. There's that pitch on the inside part of the plate. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Pinheiro getting extended here in the 4th inning, having thrown a total of 54 pitches. 20 here in the 4th. And a 1-2. Nope, little spin move.
Worked last night.
Crawford's been around a little bit. Got him swinging. Down goes Johnson. 4th strikeout of the night for Yoel Pinheiro. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on, 4 complete. Still scoreless here at the Trop. Are you afraid of the Rays?
No. No, it was fun.
Will you pet them?
Yes.
Top of the 5th, no score. Juan Rivera to lead things off. I'm just here to help, man.
Thank you.
That's what I do. Juan Rivera, 1 for 1, had a base hit in his first at bat. It's the only hit that Price has allowed. Price has allowed 2 base runners. The base hit to Rivera and the walk to Torrey Hunter that came in the 4th. That breaking pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Price has 3 strikeouts with that 1 walk, 1 hit allowed. The Angels looking for their first man in scoring position. Rivera hits this one out towards center. Upton will make the catch, and there's out number 1.
Barney Stinson, he's legendary. He's awesome. And he's your new wingman. Oh, Victor, a new wingman. You're out for at least an hour. So suit up and watch How I Met Your Mother every weeknight at 7, only on My 13. Goodbye, Victor. That's my new wingman.
Brandon takes down low for ball 1.
He gone.
Just the energy. It's just, I can't. You know what? Next commercial break, I'm setting my DVR now.
Just well, you should. You have to. It's a great show.
You sold me. You had me at hello.
And Barney?
Ran a 1 for 1, or pardon me, has a 1 ball, 1 strike count. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes a strike on the outside corner. It was great to see the. I'm sure Brandon didn't appreciate it, but the reaction of his teammates after the home run last night, the pounding that he took in that dugout. As he swings and foul tips out and hung on to by Jason. He goes down swinging for out number 2. But to me, I mean, you obviously played in the major leagues for a long time. What I took from that is there's 24 guys plus the expanded roster now that have appreciated the fact that this guy's had one heck of a bad year. He knows it. He's not afraid to talk about it. but still has gone out there every single day, busted his tail, both defensively and in the cages. Got the opportunity. To me, that just showed that the roster just cared so much about this guy, wanting him to succeed.
Absolutely. And the thing is about Brandon, he knows he had the opportunity. He did not seize it. He struggled. But these guys appreciate the fact that he's there every single time there's early hitting. And, of course, when they have early fielding, too, to make the plays or get himself in position when given the opportunity again to come through. And he did so in the 9th inning last night.
That's what we were talking about last night when he came back and was getting congratulated. Napoli was all over him.
But everybody's in there. They understand how difficult it has been a season for Brandon Wood. But it's all about the hard work, not looking back and saying, I didn't get the chance. He got the chance, and he struggled. But now he's going to get some more playing time. Obviously, it's a difficult task going against David Price tonight, who's made some quality pitches against him. But he's letting that bat go. He's not worried about this fighting off in the right field. He's looking for power numbers.
Well, in today's game where you get, whether it's baseball or any professional sport, you get the prima donna effect, especially for a high draft pick. Guy that was not necessarily handed the job, but Rashawn Figgett's going to Seattle. Everyone looked to Brandon Wood to be given the job on an everyday basis. He could easily have been sulking like most of these prima donnas do, but that hasn't happened as this is lined out for first base. So I was happy as heck to see that last night. Halos go down in order here in the 5th inning, a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's still no score. Not your thing?
Well, still on the bucket list, I think.
Matt Joyce, Carlos Pena, B.J. Upton here. Joyce pulls it foul. Joyce a strikeout victim in the second, so he's 0 for 1. 4 punch outs for Pinheiro. This one fouled back to the left.
Pinheiro is so good as far as pitching east to west, inside, outside. Not necessarily a guy that will go north and south as far as elevating the fastball. Works down in the strike zone. So good going in and out.
That one fouled. It got a piece of Mathis. Appears to be all right.
Both catchers get hit pretty hard with a foul tip today. Look at the instep
So the count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pinheiro making his 12th career start against the Rays, 2nd of this year. Threw the ball well against it back in May. That's inside, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Have to start back on the 10th of May against the Rays. Went at the Big A. Gave up no runs on 5 hits, going 6 1/3. Getting a no decision in that game as Joyce pulls this one over to Howie. Bobbles it for a second and still retires Joyce for the first out. So 1 out. Nobody out for Carlos Pena.
Good job by Howie. No panic on that play. Was in position to keep it in front of him. Fields it and throws out first batter of the inning. Another ground ball out for Pinheiro.
Let's go back to that May 10th game. It was that 5-4 victory for the Angels in 11 innings over the Rays. Trevor Bell picking up the win. His first. Pena strikeout victim in the 3rd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Pulls this one into the overshift. And from shallow right field, Howie retires Pena for out number 2.
The thing with Pinheiro, too, he takes the sting out of the bat of the batter a lot of times with that sinker down and away. You roll over on that ground ball out. 7 ground ball outs in the game so far for Pinheiro. That's a good sign for him.
BJ hit a fly ball to left field in the 3rd inning, so he's 0 for 1. 2 hits allowed by Pinheiro, both coming in the 4th. Back-to-back singles by Crawford and Longoria with 2 outs. Then Yoel struck out Johnson to end the 4th inning. Defensive swing right there by Upton.
Great location in that pitch. All speed on the outside corner after back-to-back fastballs. Barely able to keep that ball fouled that off. Nasty changeup.
Shot past Napoli, and it's a base hit to right field. A little bit late on the swing. Making solid contact, nothing Napoli could do. A 2-out base hit brings up Reed Brignac.
Well, that's just an impressive piece of hitting for Upton. Ball was deep in the strike zone. Mathis setting up on the outside part of the plate. Hits the spot. And Upton just stay with it. All 4 pitches on the outer half. Eventually tracked the outside corner and gets a base hit.
Keeps the inning alive for the shortstop, Brignac, who grounded out Brandon Wood. Swings here and drives one deep to right. Rivera back at the wall, and the Rays are up 2-0. Reed Brignac with his 8th home run of the year, now with 42 runs batted in.
Well, this time a fastball that was out over the heart of the plate. Didn't get the good sink action away. And Brignac now with 8 home runs on the season.
Had a dramatic walk-off home run against the New York Yankees last week. Here's Jesu, grounds one over to short. Brandon's got it. That will end the inning. So 2-out base hit by B.J. Upton with 2 strikes. Brought up Brignac with a 2-run home run. We are through 5. Rays on top 2-0. I live, I ride, I am Jeep. Looks like the Gulf to Bay Bridge. Tampa and St. Petersburg. Actually heading out to Clearwater Beach. Sixth inning here. Joel Pinheiro obviously not very happy with the pitch he delivered to Reed Brignac. 2-0 Rays. Halos F9, 1-2. Borges, Willits, and Franzen here gets David Price. Borges grounded out his first time up. 0 for 1. That ball seemed to get Jaso again, so that's why Honora is heading out to the mound once again.
He's getting some good exercise tonight.
Yeah. Brian all lathered up here. 72 degrees always here inside the big top. Great crowd on hand. Post-game concert on Saturdays.
Big concert tonight.
Huge. Oh, 1 on Borges. Jaso's ready to go. One ball, one strike. Longoria's playing in just about even with the bag at third in case Borges decides to drop one down. Again, really for the most part tonight, David Price has just stayed away with a fastball.
You can throw 93 to 96 with the fastball. It's a good idea until a hitter makes an adjustment against you. You can live out there.
This one grounded to second base. Peters retired for the first out. Well, the Angels defensively have been spectacular. Started with this liner off the bat of John Jaso. Howie Kendrick robbing him. Kevin Franzen robbing Evan Longoria. Going to the backhand. Reggie Willits out at left field. Robbing Van Johnson with a base hit. Sliding catch. Reggie almost made another spectacular play in foul territory. Getting the start out in left field 0 for 2. He's popped out and grounded out.
It's very difficult getting any type of attack against David Price. Gets some base runners. Not quite as effective out of the stretch position.
Sharply hit to Zobrist. 2 outs. And Price is just doing his thing here. He's faced the minimum 3 in 4 of the 6 innings so far. The other 2, not including this 6th inning, he's faced just 4 batters. He's got the first 2 retired here in the 6th inning. 7 in a row retired since the walk to Torrey with 1 out in the 4th. Kevin Franzen 0 for 2. Twice is grounded out to short. As a 1 ball, no strike count. We mentioned earlier in the show Brandon Wood getting to start at shortstop for Eric Ivar, who has been determined to have a sports hernia. Don't know how long he's going to be out. We assume it's the rest of the year. He's going to see a specialist as Brignac robs Franzen. But Ivar's going to see a specialist in Dallas next week. Halos go down in order here in the 6th inning. Rays still up 2-0.
and by Howard's, official superstores of Angels baseball.
Oh, beautiful shot outside here at St. Petersburg, Florida. It is 2-0 Rays. How about this? You got to take a picture of this. That's right. Raymond and Gooby.
It's Hollywood nights.
Well, now I know who your wingman is.
Yep, you're gone, Vic.
Yeah, way too much time on your hands. Ray looks comfortable. Is it Ray or Raymond? Can I go with Ray, or Ray's okay? You enjoying Hollywood night? See, these in-game interviews are they're so
incredible.
Good. Yeah.
Spectacular.
This one hit into right field. Juan Rivera in the corner will make the catch. There's out number one. Raymond, how excited are you? I mean, you look like you're dressed up, dolled up, if you will, for Adam Lambert. Pumped up, aren't you? Yeah? Hey, speechless.
I know, it's unbelievable. That's why I get with you every single This is quite comfortable, too.
Yeah. It's a good thing it's nice and 72 degrees here.
No doubt.
You're working up a nice lather as Carl Crawford swings the first pitch. Howie gets rid of it quickly, pulls Napoli off the bag. And there is probably an infield base hit for Carl Crawford.
Well, it was a nice play by Howie as he threw over there to first base as Napoli was pulled off the bag.
Raymond's whistling.
Are you calling for your Rays down the Ray tank? Or are you calling them safe? That's what it is.
It's all about the entertainment dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crawford is on at first with one out, and here's Evan Longoria. Pinheiro at 73 pitches. That means Bobby Casval starts loosening in the bullpen. Talked about the pitch count limits. Raymond, always a pleasure, my man. Man, right? Yes? Yes. Firm handshake.
Yes.
Affirms.
Raymond, was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I learned so much from you tonight. Thank you.
It's a good thing you have no phobia with mascots.
No, not at all.
Tomorrow, we're up in the catwalks. One phobia at a time.
Yeah. Baby steps.
Longoria 1 for 2, a ground out and a base hit. This one popped up to shallow right field. Howie giving chase. That's going to fall in there for a base hit. Crawford rounding second. Will stop there. Longoria almost ran up Carl Crawford. Crawford just didn't get a very good read on that. Had he done so, he would have been at third base and Longoria at second.
Well, Howie, nice job of getting that baseball in as quick as possible. Elevated. Fastball ran in. Started on the outside corner, but ran in on Longoria. Fought it off. Thought for sure he was getting a double, but Howie hustling all the way. Fields it on one hop with his bare hand, turns around and throws a strong throw to third base. Carl Crawford to make sure that ball got down. There's still a possibility of getting that double play ball.
Dan Johnson's 0 for 2 with a fly to left and a strikeout. Takes that pitch down low. One ball, one strike. Casval's ready to go in the bullpen. Good off-speed pitch there, 1-2. There's Crawford at second, Longoria at first. A repeat of what happened in the fourth inning. Back-to-back singles for those two guys. It's down and in. Gets away from Mathis. Crawford trying to go to third, and he is gunned down by Jeff Mathis for out number 2. Longoria stays at first base.
Well, a nice job by Jeff Mathis. May have got a little help behind the plate also, but a strong throw, quick throw by Mathis. Hit Brian Honora, but he's had the presence of mind of reading that baseball and getting up and throwing a perfect throw to Franzen to get Carl Crawford, who's had a tough time trying to get to third base in this inning.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now with Longoria at first. Pinheiro trying to get through the 6th inning. Probably his last inning. Casval ready to go. Now time is called as Johnson backs out at the plate. 2-run home run by Reed Brignac in the 5th inning. Scoring in this game, 2-0 Rays. The 2-2. Johnson lays off the out-of-speed pitch. That's full count. So Longoria with 2 outs will be taking off on the pitch.
Way to stay on top of the sinking fastball, go to the outside corner. Perfect spot against Johnson to here. Try to get through the inning. Have an opportunity to get the W.
There goes Longoria. Johnson pulls one over to Napoli. He'll take it himself. That will end the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left on. 6 in the books. Rays still up 2-0. Done after 6 innings, even though the Halos are down by the score of 2-0.
Pinheiro trying to talk another inning out of Mike Butcher, Mike Socha, but the reality is he's right around that number they had anticipated. 81 pitches thrown. They were trying to keep around 75 to 85, and that's exactly what they did. He did a great job. Excellent job. Outside of 1 pitch to Brignac, he was outstanding.
6 innings, 4 strikeouts, the 4 hits allowed. Check that. 6 hits allowed. Story. This one in the air down the right field line, giving chase of Joyce and Pena. And it falls between the two. Looked like Pena at the last minute peeled off, thinking that Joyce was going to take care of it. And it's no balls and 2 strikes on Torrey.
Last second, he was trying to figure out exactly where Joyce was, who probably, if he has a clear path, he might come sliding in and try to make that play. And yet, unable to make the play, Torrey, new life.
Torrey out toward right, hit well. Chasing Joyce back at the wall, and this one will be caught by Joyce for the first out. You talked about last night as far as the feeling in this ballpark where you think it looks kind of shallow, but it plays a lot bigger than it actually is.
It really does. I don't think the baseball travels real well here. Consider these are pretty short dimensions. It's back to the wall, makes the play. Right off the bat, I thought that ball was gone. Especially when you had a guy like Price who generates a lot of that power with that arm he has. If you square it up, a great chance to get it out.
Napoli takes ball one. Mike serving as the cleanup man tonight. First baseman 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to center. Takes that breaking pitch in for a strike. It is 2-1. Well, Price certainly has pitched himself into contention for the Cy Young Award. Him, Felix Hernandez, CC Sabathia.
Trevor Cahill's got to be in that equation too with that great
Cahill,
ERA.
Buchholz, Jared Weaver.
See, for me, I think when you look at Jared and Felix Hernandez, two guys that clearly don't have the wins that they should, but their pitching on the season has been outstanding. King Felix almost had a no-hitter last night against the Rangers.
Napoli fouls this one off to the right. It's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Felix Hernandez, the leader in innings pitched. He's got 233 2/3. Sabathia, Pavano, then Weaver. Price doesn't have the innings. At 186 2/3 coming into tonight. 17 wins for Price, second to CC Sabathia. When you start looking at earned run average, it's Hernandez, Buchholz, Price, Cahill, Weaver, then Sabathia at 3.03.
When you look at dominant starting pitchers, I think the 3 categories that you look at: innings, ERA, and strikeouts. For me, Weaver, King Felix are both in there. The wins aren't there. The innings, ERA, and strikeouts.
3-2 is down low, and he lost him. So a 1-out walk to Mike Napoli. Second base on balls issued by Price. He's made on for Howie Kendrick. Hey, come out to the Big A on Sunday, September 26th, as the Angels take on the Chicago White Sox. That is Fan Appreciation Day. All fans in attendance will automatically be entered to win great prizes, including TVs from Disney Family Movies, a barbecue from Barbecues Galore, a pool table from PoolTableExperts.com, and much, much more. Purchase your tickets today at AngelsBaseball.com. Hernandez also with 5 complete games as Kendrick takes a strike.
We talked about it. Felix and Jared pitching when they haven't got a lot of run support pretty much the entire season. How difficult that is as a starting pitcher, knowing you have to be perfect every night. And it hasn't affected the way they've pitched.
Sorry about that, but I think we learned last year that, like writers, you hope anyway. Kind of, all right, don't worry about the sexy number being the wins total, but look at everything else. And if you go back to last year, both Greinke and Lincecum, Greinke especially, when you broke down his overall numbers, splits and everything, as Kendrick dribbles this one up the line, that's going to be an infield base hit. And sure enough, the Halos have runners at first and second. First time tonight that the Angels have put a man in scoring position. It comes with 1 out here in the 7th. But just to finish my point, Greinke head and shoulders above everyone else last year. There was a huge separation. As far as dominance this year, you don't really see that. You see a bunch of guys bunched up. There's one great guy in one category, and he's not in the next category, and so on and so forth. I think it's going to be a lot more difficult to pick the Cy Young winner this year.
There's no doubt. I mean, I don't know how you go about that. I mean, you can't discount Felix and Jared, but you can't discount the fact that Sabathia already has 19 wins, or that David Price has been dealing like his Buckholz has been pitching great. I mean, you consider he's pitching in that ballpark at Fenway to have an ERA like that. That's very impressive. It's a hitter's yard, Fenway Park.
Juan Rivera swings the first pitch, drills one out toward right center field. This one's got a chance and gone. 3-run Jimmy Jack for Juan Rivera. And just like that, the Angels are on top 3-2.
Wow, Juan Rivera doing the best play in baseball. The 3-run home run, as Earl Weaver would say. Oh, what a shot to center field. A meaningless, at least at that point, harmless infield hit by Howie Kendrick sets it up. Juan Rivera has had some pretty good at-bats. He's got a base hit his first at-bat. And now here, a 3-run home run to center field, slightly over to right center field.
13th home run of the year now with 50 RBIs. And Brandon fouls off the first pitch. Great plate appearance, too, by Mike Napoli with one out to draw the walk. Rivera knew it off the bat.
Well, and that's that swing. Look at that lower part of his body, that balance he had. Shorten up his swing. He knew it. Price is going to generate a lot of that power throwing 96. If you square it up, you have a chance to go some serious distance. And Juan Rivera did.
No balls, 2 strikes on Brandon. Twice a strikeout victim, and Brandon lines one to left field, and that's going to get down and go for extra bases. Crawford can't cut it off, and Wood in at second with a double. Second of the year for Brandon.
Well, that's another good swing. Brandon back-to-back days with some good at-bats. Fastball this time right down on the heart of the plate, belt level. Another good balance. He kept his head back, head still, which is an important thing for Brandon, and drive it. Mickey Hatcher said what he wants out of Brandon Wood is extra base hits, and that's what he's got the last 2 nights. Singles are nice, but the power and the swing to drive it is the important thing.
Jim Hickey is visiting David Price. You're talking about Mickey Hatcher. This is what Mickey had to say in talking about Brandon Wood.
He's tremendous power all the way through the minor leagues, but yet just that when he gets in a game, he has a tendency to feel for it. Well, you know, we want him to take his best swings when he gets that opportunity, when he gets that fastball, and put your best swings on it and be dangerous. And I think the last few games you've seen him play, for me, even though he might have not been getting hits, he was taking some pretty good swings.
Had a very good swing there with that double as Mathis takes a strike. Hopefully the confidence starts to build for Brandon. Going to partake in the Arizona Fall League in the offseason. Ball in the dirt, trying to take third base, and he's going to get in there. Well, he broke for third base immediately when that ball hit the dirt.
They had a chance of being a bang-bang play, but you have to be aggressive against a guy like Price on the mound. Wild pitch, ball in the dirt. Jason did a good job as far as getting his body in front, keeping it in front, but when he reached down to throw the baseball, was unable to pick it up cleanly. Now on the third base. Another wild pitch before you know, with the infield in, a chance to get another run across.
Mathis with a strikeout and a lineout. Time is called.
Don't discount the possibility of a suicide squeeze here, too, with Mathis at the plate.
Long look in for Price. One and two now. walk to Napoli. The infield base hit to Howie Kendrick. The 3-run home run by Juan Rivera. 3-2 Angels here in the 7th. Mathis swings through that fastball. He is out number 2.
Fastball, outer half, located perfectly off the outside corner. Mathis helping him out by chasing that pitch.
So it's up to Borges here to bring home Brandon from third. Peter twice has grounded out to the right side of the infield. One's over to first base, the other is over at second. That breaking pitch is in for a strike. As a matter of fact, take a look at the infield. Everyone, with the exception of Brignac at shortstop, cheating in a couple of steps. That's the respect of Borges' speed. Trying to cut off. Would be base hit, an infield base hit.
Well, how close that one play when Carlos Pena fielded that ball to his glove side and flipped it over to David Price. Just barely got Borges how quick he was down the line. So that puts the pressure on the defense.
Breaking ball drops in there, and it's 1-2 now. The 1-2, ground ball to the right side. Zobrist from the outfield turf throws out Borges for the third out. But with one swing of the bat, courtesy of Juan Rivera, the Angels have taken the lead here in St. Petersburg. A 3-run home run is 13th of the year. Halos on top 3-2. Ram out of town scoreboard. See, Minnesota having beaten Oakland 4-2, so the Rangers' magic number now is 7. Boston trailing Toronto 2-1. Detroit beats Chicago. Cleveland 5-0 over Kansas City there in a delay. See the Yankees of Baltimore score. Yankees leading the Orioles 6-3. Jordan Walden takes over now for Yoel Pinheiro with a 3-2 lead, facing Joyce Pena and Upton.
9 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts. Very impressive.
That's a strike on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Matt Joyce, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground ball to second. Got him with a high fastball. Down goes Joyce. There's out number 1.
Boy, some pretty good cheese up. Head of the count 0-2, elevates the fastball at 99 miles an hour. After a backdoor slider, no chance on that swing.
Brings up Carlos Pena with 1 out. Joel Pinheiro, by the way, went 6 innings, struck out 4, walked nobody, allowed 6 hits, including a home run, 2 runs, both earned. And in line to pick up a W with the 3 runs that was scored in the top of this inning. Overshift is on as Walden misses outside.
Good job, though. That jumps out at you. Besides the fact of 6 innings pitched tonight, only 2 earned runs, 0 walks for a guy that hasn't pitched in a major league game for well over a month.
Pena fouls this one off the left to even the count at 1-1. Carlos 0 for 2. A strikeout. He went down looking in the 3rd. And rolled one out to Howie Kendrick in the 5th. The Rays have action in their bullpen. 2 guys up and loosening. Joaquin Benoit playing catch. Lance Cormier getting loose. That pitch is low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Two-one outside. 3 balls and a strike. BJ Upton on deck. Pena takes a strike. Not about pulling the trigger. Full count now.
Pretty good spot to be able to take a swing at, too, if you're Pena. 3-1, hitters count, get a fastball middle in. But the velocity behind it wouldn't allow him to get that bat head out. Took the pitch for a strike.
Carlos calling time. Tied for 8th in home runs in the American League with those 27 bombs. Jose Bautista having a career year with Toronto Blue Jays. 3-2. Fastball missed inside, and that's a walk. So man on with 1 away, and BJ Upton coming up.
Pitch looked like it was pretty close to the inside corner. Mathis setting up on the outside, had to reach back, but look, it got the inside corner.
Yeah.
One comes down to just because you don't hit the exact location of the catcher's glove doesn't mean it's not going to be a strike if it's in the inside corner like that.
Upton had a base hit. Rolls this one over to first. Napoli spins around, throws to second for one. Relay back to first in time. 3-6-3 goes to double play. And the 7th comes to an end. 7 in the books. Halos still up 3-2. Off the bat of Upton, but making a decision quickly and throwing a strike over to Brandon Wood.
Perfect throw, too, by Napoli to the inside part of the base at second base. B.J. Upton cruising down the line. It's a 3-6-3 double play.
Lance Cormier takes over on the mound for David Price. Price went 7 innings, struck out 5, walked 2, allowed just 4 hits, but one of them a home run to Juan Rivera that brought home 3 runs. And that's why the Angels are on top 3-2. Cormier will be facing 1, 2, and 3. Willits, Franzen, and Hunter. Action continuing in the Rays bullpen.
The Cormier guy's not going to overpower you. Lies a lot on sync on the fastball. 87 to 90 mile an hour fastball, curveball, slider, and the changeup. Curveball being a 12-6 variety, straight up and down on the curveball. Pretty good changeup too.
Cormier went 1/3 of an inning last night. No issues for him. Benoit continues to loosen in that Rays pen. Looks like Randy Choate, the left-hander now, has joined him. Willits takes outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Reggie 0 for 3. A pop-up and a couple of ground outs. The 1-1. 1-2 now. That's David Price going 7 innings tonight. And that Yankees score. CC Sabathia towing the slab for the Pinstripers. Looking for his 20th win. He's got a 7-3 lead at Camden Yards right now. The dirt.
CC's can get some run support, that's for sure, with the Yankees. Guy that will give you a ton of innings, battles. It's going to be a great race for that Cy Young.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Willits hooks this one foul. The count remains even. The Angels with 3 runs, 4 hits. They've stranded 3. The Rays 2 runs, 6 hits. They also have left 3 on base. Jordan Walden, 1 inning of relief, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. A full count here on Willits.
Well, he's pretty impressive. His chance to be very special coming out of the bullpen for Mike Scioscia. Potential closer.
Reggie fouls this one off his body.
Choking up in the bat, trying to put it in play. Look around just around the knee area.
Lower inner thigh.
What, that's the cleanest plate ever.
Ever. If there was ever a test at umpire school about how clean your plate is, Honora, magna cum laude. And Willis draws a leadoff walk. Hey, join the Angels in sunny Tempe, Arizona next spring on the 2011 Angels official spring training package. You'll get the best game tickets, hotel accommodations, great merchandise, and exclusive barbecue with an appearance by members of the Angels coaching staff as well as spring training roster. Gooby might be there. Don't delay. Call 1-800-8-WARM-UP, 1-800-8-WARM-UP to reserve your package today. Pinch hitter Alberto Callaspo coming up here, and he'll bat for Kevin Franzen. You would think it would be a
bunt situation.
Yeah, sacrifice situation here. Unless they decide to go hit and run.
I would think that's, if you're going to make that type of move with Callaspo, a guy that handles the bat very well like that, you would think in the lines of hit and run, but so does Kevin Franzen as far as hitting and running.
Franzen went 0 for 3 tonight.
Made an outstanding defensive play right down the line.
Reggie with 2 stolen bases on the year. Trying to keep him close to the bag. Should it be a hit run situation. Casval takes upstairs, not showing a bunt.
What that happened there by being out of the stretch, so you have pretty much taken away the possibility of a pitch out now.
Reggie takes off. It was a hit and run. A throw down from Jaso was in time. Reggie thrown out for the first out.
And Reggie looking back with no contact being made. Like he had a chance to get in there, but it slid a little bit early. Jaso throws him out.
One count on Casval, and that pitch is down low. 2 balls in the strike. Two and 2. Casval snapped his 0 for 14 last night with a double in the 3rd inning. Ended up going 1 for 5 in the game. His batting average is dipped downward. Now at 272. They asked if he went around. He did. There's out number 2. Strikeout for Cormier. Brings up Torrey Hunter.
Went around on that slider down and in. No question about it. Good call by Locuzzi at third base.
Now with Torrey coming up, Joe Madden's coming out, and I guess Joe wants to have a different right-hander come in. Looks like Dan Wheeler. Got a pitching change. 3-2 Angels here in the 8th. And by California Smokers Helpline. For free help to quit smoking, call 1-800-NO-BUTTS. Misspoke when I said Dan Wheeler's Chad Qualls on a relief here of Lance Cormier to face Torrey Hunter with 2 outs. Torrey swings through that first pitch. It's no balls in the strike.
Chad Qualls, a guy that has a very good fastball, 91 to 95 range, and a pretty good slider also. Does Joe Madden like this matchup better?
Cormier going 2/3 of an inning, striking out one, walking one. Big swing and a miss there. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Torrey, a fly ball to center, a walk, and a fly ball to right. In the 0-2. Lays off the breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The bottom of the 8th inning belongs to Kevin Jepson. He's ready to go. Torrey trying to keep this inning alive. Qualls pitching in his 20th game with the Rays with a 6.60 ERA. 1-2. Breaking ball got the inside corner. Torrey goes down looking. That will end the Angels half of the 8th inning with a conversation with Brian O'Neill. We're to the bottom of the 8th inning here at the Trop. Halo still up 3-2. Price in the top of the 7th. Reed Brignac had put the Rays up 2-0 off Yoel Pinheiro in the 5th inning, picking up his 8th home run. And Yoel Pinheiro in line for victory if the score holds. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts.
Kevin Jepson in the game now, 61st game of the season. ERA of 4.56, 57 punch-outs, 51 in the 3rd innings pitched. 95-97 on that fastball. Cuts his fastball, and a very good curveball also.
9-1-2, due up for the Rays. Brignac, J-Silp, and Zobrist. First pitch fastball is upstairs. Kevin pitching for the first time since Thursday. Went 1 inning in that game. Walked 2. 1 was intentional. No runs coming across. Brignac fouls that one off to even a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-for-2 game for the shortstop. Had a ground out in the 3rd inning. Hit that home run, 2-run shot. Now with 42 RBIs. That came in the 5th. Jepson falls behind here, 2 balls and a strike. Slow chopper to the left side. Callasco cuts it off. He'll throw out Brignac, and there is the first out. Alberto staying in the game after he pinch hit Franzen.
Part of the reason why Mike Scioscia made that move for Kevin Franzen. Teosca's been very solid at third base defensively.
So 1 out, nobody on for John Jaso, the catcher. Jaso's 0 for 3, a line out, a strikeout, and a ground ball to short. Jaso swinging 1-0, lifts a fly ball down the left field line. Reggie Willits tracking it and make the catch for the second out. Hey folks, place your bid today on an Angels themed basket designed by the Angels wives and girlfriends. Baskets contain autographed and game used items signed by Angels players and coaches. Baskets also are filled with items for many of the players' hobbies outside of baseball. So log on to angelsbaseball.com now through September 19th to place your bid. Proceeds benefit the Angels Baseball Foundation. That is through tomorrow. Two outs for Zobrist, who takes down low. Ray's second baseman 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and hit a fly ball to right. George Hendrick will go over and pick up the baseball.
He was going real fast for that, too.
He almost pulled a hamstring on that one. Might have to ice after the game now.
At the very least, stretch.
The 1-1. Foul tipped. 1-2. Dan Wheeler on the right, Rafael Soriano, the closer, on the left. The 1-2. Breaking ball up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 9th inning, Napoli, Kendrick, and Rivera, the scheduled 3 hitters for the Halos. Looking for some insurance runs. Zobrist goes down, swinging on the off-speed pitch, a 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Jepson. We've played 8 here at the Trop. Angels on top 3-2. 7.4 ERA. It was Wheeler that took the loss last night, giving up the home run to Brandon Wood in the ninth.
Yeah, 44 strikeouts in 43 and a third inning pitch. The fans letting him know that he gave up that home run last night. Came in with a course of booze. Fastball, average fastball with some sink on it, 89 to 92 range. Curveball, his slider is his best pitch and out pitch, and a changeup.
Last two outings for Wheeler, he's allowed 4 hits, 2 solo home runs without recording an out. That's why the booze. He hadn't allowed home runs at back-to-back outings since May 20th and 21st of 2008 at St. Louis. 7th straight year with 50 or more appearances. Facing Mike Napoli here in the ninth. That pitch is outside. It's 2-0. Chad Qualls, by the way, went 1/3 of an inning, striking out Torrey Hunter.
Well, they're really already restless here with a 2-0 count. Got some decent numbers, though. ERA under 4.
Napoli ahead of the count of 3 balls and no strikes. Mike, a strikeout, a fly ball to center, and a walk. He's also scored a run.
When Napoli gets a fastball anywhere near the plate here, it's going to be swung at extremely hard.
There's a 4-pitch walk. Leadoff man is on board. Kind of go back to that plate appearance that Napoli had with 1 out in the 7th against David Price. Working the count full and eventually working the walk. That was followed by the infield base hit by this guy, Howie Kendrick, and then the Juan Rivera 3-run home run.
Always look for key at bats, and by getting that walk, you force David Price into pitching out of the stretch, in which the fastball isn't quite as firm. And a mistake made.
Yeah, prior to that walk, he'd only had 2 other base runners on. Howie takes a strike. Kendrick 1 for 3 with that infield base hit and run scored. The patented derisive round of applause. In the dirt, gets away from Jesu, advancing to second as Napoli. It's a wild pitch.
Well, you can see a pitcher right out there now is trying to force it, aim the baseball, whether it's a slider or fastball. Not comfortable or confident right now. You're talking about snapping a breaking pitch. Trying to force that instead of trusting your mechanics. That's what happened to Wheeler.
Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Randy Choate, the lefty. Grant Balfour, the right-hander.
This is where you hope Howie, at the very least, hits a ball to the right side to advance Mike Napoli to third.
Breaking ball is in tight, 3-1. Napoli able to take a very big lead over there at second base. Way over the head of the catcher. Napoli. The time was called, apparently. I was wondering why Napoli stayed at second base. A baseball had come down from the bullpen, apparently. Phil Cuzzy had called time down the third base line with that baseball traveling all the way down. And another 3-1. Howie out toward right field. Joyce is right there. There's out number 1. No, Juan Rivera is scheduled to come to the plate now, and this is what he did back in the 7th inning.
Well, he did a great job of staying back, driving that ball to center field. So often this season for Juan, it's been looking something middle in and trying to turn on it and be susceptible to pitches on the outside corner. That particular bat, and of course the last few games, been very good as far as staying back, trusting his hands, hitting the ball hard the other way if it's on the outside corner.
Rivera takes the breaking ball outside. A 2-for-3 game for Juan. A base hit in that home run. The other at bat hit a fly ball to center field. The home run is 13. Now at 50 runs batted in. He's got a man in scoring position in Napoli at second base. Swings through that one. Evens the count of 1-1.
We got Brignac playing way in the hole with shortstop. Over's almost up the middle.
It's almost counter to the approach with the guy you have on the mound.
Slider guy.
1-1 pitch. Down low. 2 balls and a strike. Wheeler has thrown 12 pitches. 9 balls, 3 strikes. Fernando Rodney loosening in the pen. He'll be coming on to the bottom of the ninth. Rivera takes on. It's 3-1. There's Nando.
Well, if Wheeler walks Rivera, he's pretty much going to be out of this game for sure. Trouble with the zone, to say the least.
Brandon Wood on deck. Balfour and Choate both ready to go. The 3-1. That's down in the dirt and a walk. Second issued by Wheeler here in the ninth inning. Joe Madden seems to be coming out and making a move, and that's going to be it. Dan Wheeler. Grant Balfour, the right-hander, coming on here with Brandon coming to the plate. It looks like Brandon will get a chance here unless Mike Scioscia decides to call him back. You've got Bobby Abreu, Hideki Matsui, both on the bench. A game of cat and mouse. Love baseball. We're in the ninth. Halos up 3-2. Memorabilia and authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source, the AngelsBaseball.com shop. Balfour pitching for the second consecutive night. Went one inning last night, struck out a batter, gave up a hit.
Power fastball in his 52nd game. 51 strikeouts and just under 50 innings pitched. 91 and 96 on the fastball. Curveball, slider, and a pretty good changeup. He's all about that fastball.
Goes with the breaking pitch. See if he can get Brandon to roll over that, trying to get that double play ball. With just one out here in the ninth inning. Napoli at second and Rivera over at first base. Brandon 1 for 3, had that double in the 7th inning, his second double of the year. Takes a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Lays off that breaking pitch. He did not go, says Chris Guccione. The oohs and ahs echoing from down the right field line. 2-1. Fouls this one back. Got a fastball there.
Pretty good swing, too. More confidence. You can see it in his eyes. I think the approach of letting it go, trying to drive the ball, is much better. Good weight shift.
Count still at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2 base runners responsible to Dan Wheeler. Walked both guys. Another foul ball back. Well, you start out the at bat with 3 breaking pitches, and all of a sudden, since then, all fastballs.
I was surprised he went with the breaking pitch the first few pitches. He loves to throw the fastball. He can elevate it at times at 96. Don't be surprised if he tried to go up the ladder here against Brandon, but Brandon's getting some good swings at the fastball. A breaking pitch, Balfour at times could be a mistake by him.
Outside, lays off of that with full count now.
Well, so often you see Mike Scioscia send the base runners here 3-2 with 1 out, but you also have a guy out there that essentially you swing and miss. Juan Rivera be the guy they throw back at second base more like, because he's got to make sure that Mike Napoli goes first.
Jeff Mathis on deck. (3-2) and it's fouled at the plate. That one got J-So, so Honora doing the J-So walk.
One more time at the plate, possibly to clean the plate off.
Brian's done a nice job tonight. So we'll reset and do it again. Full count with 1 out here, 2 on. Wood takes a called strike 3. 2 outs.
Brandon kind of upset at himself because he got a fastball down. Didn't pull the trigger on it. See that reaction? That's his pitch he likes to drive.
So it's up to Mathis here with 2 outs. Jeff 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts and a line out. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the Rays have the heart of their order coming up. Crawford, Longoria, Johnson to face Fernando Rodney. Mathis pops this one up on the infield. Longoria and Jason Longoria makes the catch. That will end. The down the 9th. The Angels leave 2 men on base. Fernando Rodney's coming on, trying to get back-to-back saves. Looking for his 12th with the Angels up 3-2. The cowbell's going crazy here. Pretty good crowd on hand on a Saturday night. Angels trying to make it 2 in a row. Turned the ball over to Fernando Rodney, who last night pitched a scoreless 9th inning and notching his 11th save of the year.
66th game for Fernando Rodney. Big thing for him is fastball command. Sets up that great changeup that he has. Rushing his fastball 95 to 98. When he stays with his mechanics, very solid in that strike zone.
Facing Crawford, Longoria, Johnson. Carl Crawford 2 for 3. A couple of singles. He's also grounded out. First pitch is in there for a strike. Rodney last night in the 9th inning faced the bottom part of the order. Pena, Upton, Brad Hopp. John Jason. Crawford late on that fastball. It's 0-2.
Well, went right after with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Certainly the key guy to keep off the bases if you can. All that speed that Crawford has, 43 stolen bases. And elevate the fastball here.
Crawford loops this one down the left field line. Reggie Willicks is there, makes the catch. There's out number 1. So that'll bring up Evan Longoria. Longoria, like Crawford, 2 for 3. A couple of singles for him. Ground out to third. That was that nice play that Franzen made back in the 2nd inning. Rodney missing down low for ball 1. The Rays have out-hit the Angels, but one swing of the bat, giving the Halos those 3 runs. Juan Rivera, that 3-run home run back in the 7th. Longoria tardy on that fastball, loops it foul down the right field line, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. A big collision down there, going for that foul ball.
Wow.
The big man won.
I think so. It's all about that souvenir.
One pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Coming in at 96. Yoel Pinheiro went 6 innings in line to pick up what would be his 11th win if the score holds. Jordan Walden, 1 scoreless inning. Kevin Jepson, 1 scoreless inning. And now Rodney. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, fastball count. For Longoria be swung underneath. That ball had great movement. Running, sinking action at 96 mile an hour below the hands. Even if you put that in play or get a piece of that, it's going to be pulled foul. Back out with a fastball.
And it's a full count. Dan Johnson, left-hand batter, on deck. And a payoff. Longoria chops it on the ground to short. Brandon's got it. 2 outs. So Dan Johnson, the DH, coming to the plate.
Number 24, Jackson.
0 for 3 tonight with a fly ball to left, a strikeout, and a ground ball to first. Johnson takes the off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Tomorrow, 1:40 start local time. Scott Kazmir going for the Angels. Jeff Neiman going for the Rays. Johnson loops this one foul on the third base side, and he'll find his place in the seats. It's 0-2.
Boy, late on that fastball, too, after a great changeup first pitch. Now you have options. You can elevate a fastball, 97, 98, or throw that great changeup off the outside corner.
No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Johnson fouls it back.
A little bit too good of a pitch, 0-2. And you can see by the reaction by Johnson, he had a pretty good swing at that one. In this spot, you're ahead of the count so far here. You want to make sure you swing, get him to swing at a pitch that's out of the strike zone. The changeup, down and away.
0-2, cued up the third base line. Rodney picks it up, throws off balance, pulls Napoli off the bag. And we're going to an infield base hit. Not much you can do. Great pitch. But it keeps the inning alive for Matt Joyce.
Just that slight lack of communication, Rodney and Mathis. But what a perfect pitch. And it's a little slip and then the high throw. We're going to get a pinch runner now.
Desmond Jennings takes over as the pinch runner at first base for Johnson. Good speed, but also a guy that got picked off last night, late in the ball game with that spin move at second base. Mike Butcher, quick visit to the mound. Here's Joyce. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground ball to second. "13 pitches thrown by Fernando, 10 for strikes. Outfield very deep. Joyce swings and misses on that changeup, and it's 0-1. See how deep everyone is.
With former teammates, that Joyce guessing fastball first pitch instead got a changeup. Pretty good sized lead over there by Jennings at first base.
Inside, throw down to first. Mathis in the dirt. Nice job by Napoli to block that one.
And Napoli keeping his catching skills at first base. Blocked that like a catcher. That low throw. Bodied up on it, kept it in front.
One ball, one strike here on Joyce. Jennings another big lead at first base. A strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
97 on the inside corner. Man, talk about hit the spot.
Another step off, trying to keep Jennings honest over at first base.
Right now, the focus should be on the hitter right now. Finish him off. 2 strikes.
There's the 1-2. Joyce pulls it, a base hit into right field. Jennings will head over to third base. And the Rays have runners at first and third now for Carlos Pena.
Well, the discussion there is if Joyce is going to try to steal second base, where's the throw? That ball is going to either be held or thrown to third base. Especially with Jennings' speed, you can't get beaten on a double steal.
Pena has struck out, grounded out, and walked. Time call at the plate. Overshift is on for Pena. Swinging first pitch, lines with the right. This game is tied. 3 straight base hits allowed by Fernando Rodney, the first of which was a dribbler up the third base line. Going with a fastball here.
Fastball up and out over the plate. Wanted to go down and away on the fastball. Instead, it was elevated up. A very hittable pitch.
Pena picks up his 81st RBI. And here's B.J. Upton. 1 for 3 night for him. Joyce at second and Pena at first. Well, from Yarrow, no decision. Oh, 1 pitch. Upton fouls it back. No balls, 2 strikes.
Similar situation 2 at bats ago. 0-2 pitch, fastball away, and Upton did a nice job of going to right field.
Upton asked for time, and it's granted. And the 0-2. Upton goes down swinging, but damage done. Fernando Rodney blows the save. We're heading at extra frames as we're tied at 3. Jeff Mathis to pop out. You go back to that 9th inning. The Halos had runners at first and second with 1 out. Obviously, hindsight being 20/20, insurance run or 3 could have helped out in that bottom of the 9th.
Well, it's so important, especially when you play on the road, to get that extra run across if you can. But unable to do so.
Well, Grant Balfour was allowed to warm up, only to allow Rafael Soriano to get loose. So a pitching change. How's he not ready? Must have surprised him. Still tied at 3. 3, it's Rafael Soriano, the closer for the Rays, to face Peter Borges. Brent Balfour going 2/3 of an inning and striking out a man as Borges takes a strike.
Soriano is one of those guys, too. Very good fastball. 91 to 95 mile an hour split finger fastball is very good, and a slider.
The 0-1. Borges puts it on the ground towards short. Brainiac gets rid of it quickly, and Borges is retired for the first out. Peter now 0 for 4 in tonight's game. And back to the top of the order, Reggie Willits. What a year Rafael Soriano has had. Tied Roberto Hernandez. The franchise record in saves. Scoreless ninth inning Wednesday against the Yankees. Now with 43 on the year. Opponents hitting just 168 against Soriano. First year with the Rays after coming over to trade with the Atlanta Braves in the offseason. One and one. Reggie tonight 0 for 3. Did walk in the 8th inning and was thrown out on a would-be hit and run. Halos, by the way, 7-5 this year in extra inning games. Dropped their last one on Thursday in Cleveland.
Seem to be a lot of them of late.
Two balls and a strike here on Willits. Longoria in over at third base, just in case. Reggie shows bunt, takes a strike. 2-2.
Well, 2-1 count, you're going to get a fastball. That's when you want to do some damage. Listen, he's going to try to throw a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Stay back and drive that ball to left center field. If it gets in the alley, you could be in scoring position.
Popped up. Crawford is there. Willis retired for out number 2. The Angels have Bobby Casval loosening in their bullpen. Bobby be coming on at the bottom of the 10th inning to take on Brainiac, Jaso, and Zobrist. Their scheduled 3 hitters. Casval pulls this one foul up the first base line. Except for by Pena. Trying to make that catch and end the inning.
When playing no doubles down that first base line.
Second at bat for Alberto. Pinch hit for Kevin Francis back in the 8th inning and struck out. Yanked foul. 1-2. Give the guy in the visor another opportunity to get a foul ball.
Looks like it's a wrestling ring in there.
Here's a 1-2. Roberto grounds one towards second. Backhanded bobbled by Zobrist. The third to first in time still. A 1-2-3 inning here at the top of the 10th inning. Bobby Casval coming on in relief, tied at 3. For Fernando Rodney, who gave up the tying run on 3 hits. He struck out a man in his 1 inning. Bobby's throwing the ball well since coming back up.
And his fastball has been moving exceptionally well. 92 to 94 range, sinking action. Good curveball and slider.
Bobby will be facing Reed Brignac to lead things off here, the shortstop. Brignac homered in this game against Joel Pinheiro back in the 5th. 1 for 3 game. Fernando watching Bobby Casval now. Nine, 1-2 due up for the Rays. Brignac slices one down a left field line, and Willits not going to get this one. Cuts it off. Trying to go to second is Brignac. The throw, not in time. A double for the shortstop. And the potential winning run is in scoring position. Nice job by Reggie Willits. Did all he could to get to that ball. Threw a strike to the bag.
Boy, he did a good job as far as that. But Brignac, right out of the batter's box, smelled double. He wasn't slowing down. Willis cuts it off well, got himself into throwing position, makes a strong throw to second base. But Brignac hustling all the way into second base. Slipped pretty hard into second base with his ankle.
Brignac is out of the game. A 2 for 4 game for him as Jason Bartlett takes over as the pinch runner.
Boy, both.
And the catcher, John Jaso, a guy who handles the bat fairly well, steps to the plate even though he's 0 for 4 tonight.
Yeah, you wonder if he's bunted a whole lot, but you got both corner infielders playing in, play against the bunt.
Casval last pitch 2 days ago. He's the guy that took that loss in Cleveland. Here's the 1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Bobby in the big leagues has struggled against left-handers this year. A .429 batting average for lefties against Casval. Right-handers, he's limited to a .182 average.
The off-speed pitch is going to be an effective pitch against lefties somewhere down the road, or a cut fastball inside.
Balls behind here, 3 balls and no strikes as another left-handed batter, Ben Zobrist, in the on-deck circle. And yet another to follow after that, Carl Crawford.
Chance that he'll get the green light here.
The 3-0 takes a strike, 3-1. Outfield pretty much straight away. Rivera maybe a couple of steps deeper than normal. Borges and Willits cheating in. A potential play at the plate. The 3-1. Jason pulls it to the right side. Napoli's got him. He'll feed Casval as Bartlett advances on to third base.
Exactly why Joe Madden trusted Jason to be able to get that ground ball to the right side. He didn't have a button at any point during that at bat. Possible 5th infielder once again for the Angels.
Juan Rivera is being called in. The interesting situation here, of course, is you've got Zobrist at the plate now. Then you've got Crawford, the speed demon. Very difficult to double up. And then all of a sudden you're at Evan Longoria. Long meeting here. And we saw this, of course, in that game against Cleveland the other night. Howie Kendrick was brought into the game. 3 infielders on the right side, 2 on the left. And the Halos turned at 3-2-4. Unusual double play. It's Rivera this time staying on the infield. Borges in right center field. Willits in left center.
Going after Zobrist here. The extra infielder. Zobrist with 11 sacrifice flies. 9 of them being from the left side.
Casval's first pitch is down and away. Zobrist 0 for 4 in this one. A couple of ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout. Casval's 1-0 on the corner. It's 1-1. Zobrist a glance back to Brian O'Nora.
A pitch on the outer half of the plate at the knee level. It's difficult for Zobrist to hit the ball in the air.
Swings and misses on that off-speed pitch. Fooled badly. It's 1-2.
Breaking pitch down in the dirt. Zobrist looking for a fastball. Now, difficult time now. Zobrist in protect mode is trying to put the ball in play. Casval needs a strikeout.
Outside, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The inning started with a double down the left field line off the bat of Reed Brignac. Jason Bartlett pitch ran for him. Bartlett ended up at third base when Jaso grounded out to Napoli. Crawford on deck, 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Zobrist with 1 out. Lays off of that one, full count.
Still, you have an open base. You don't have to throw a fastball down the middle. You can come right back with that changeup once again. You have options. Make him swing at a pitch that you want to locate. Don't just stick in the lines. You have to throw a strike. Right back with a changeup again.
Payoff pitch. Zobrist. Did he go? They called it a foul ball and it hit the dirt.
I don't know if I'd hit the dirt.
Ryan Honora called it as such. Mike probably wants help from Phil Cuzzy. Take a look at it.
Yep.
Honora originally didn't call anything. Zobrist is the one that pointed back. I wonder if he had just walked up the first base line, get away with a walk there. Another 3-2. Outside, he lost it. Boy, went back to that off-speed pitch. Here comes Crawford with runners at first and third. And Mike's going to keep everybody the same on the infield.
Yeah, Crawford's only hitting the 2 double plays. But because the infield, the way it's set up, if he hits a ball to that right side, it's difficult for Zobrist to even get towards second. There's a possibility of a tag him and throw the first and get the double play.
The key is to keep the force in play so that you don't run into a tag out situation for the third out, because Bartlett racing down the line. If he touches the plate before the tag, the run counts. On a force, it does not count. First pitch to Crawford, it's upstairs, ball 1.
Bottom line, difficulty getting Carl Crawford into a double play. Need a strikeout. Crawford, 95 strikeouts on the season, so a guy that will strike out.
Finds this one foul, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got a couple of hits tonight, both coming off Yoel Pinheiro, 2 for 4 overall.
Well, he's very effective on the fastball, up and away, down and away, not as effective.
The 1-1. Crawford pops it up on the infield. Juan Rivera will make the catch. And believe it or not, that has to go as an F9. That is an F9 catch on the infield dirt. 2 outs, Evan Longoria coming to the plate.
Doesn't happen too often. But it did there.
Juan heads back to his normal position in right. Bartlett still at third. And Zobrist at first. Intentional walk coming now to Longoria to load him up. Desmond Jennings. It's a schedule batter. Looks like he's been called back. They've got a left-hander by the name of Brad Hopp. They've got Deanna Navarro. Willie Ibar is switch hitters. Looks like Willie is coming out. This ball 3 is delivered. That one came over the plate. And it was high.
We're pretty close to the plate.
So they're loaded up now. Where's that last pitch? Had good movement on it.
Hey, the art of the intentional base on balls. Something they might have to start working on in spring training.
Well, Willie Ibar gets a tremendous round of applause as he's introduced here. He's got Bartlett, the potential winning run at third base. Eric looking on. Zobrist at second, Longoria at first. Those runs mean absolutely nothing. The one that you care about is Bartlett at third base. Ibar hitting .234 on the year, .221 from the left side. And overall, 7 for 23 as a pinch hitter. 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in.
He likes to turn and burn. If there's something on the inside part of the plate, he's trying to yak it down the right field line.
And he loves the fastball. That's why you see the first pitch being a changeup. You got to believe he's going to be swinging here. He's going to anticipate a 1-0 fastball.
The 1-0 takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. In fact, Ibar was tracking that one pretty good.
And now if you're Casval, you have to put yourself in a position where you have to throw a strike. Whatever pitch you're most comfortable with, throw that strike. Clearly the fastball, good velocity for him tonight.
2-2. Two from Casval. Ibar rolls it up the first base line. That is a foul ball. Just kicked foul. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Tied at 3 here in the 10th. A double and a couple of walks, having loaded them up. Two again, outside. This is it. 3-2 count with 2 outs. No place to put them. The payoff pitch. Ibar chopper back up the middle. Brandon's got it. Throws to first. Low throw. And the Rays pick up the victory 4-3.
Boy, a ground ball. Casval threw the strike, which is impressive enough. Thought he might have been able to get through the inning, but Brandon Wood, playing on the second base side, on the run, makes the throw, throws it away to first base. Oh, I thought there was a chance to get through that inning. Started out with 1 out with the 5 infielders. Get a pop-up by Crawford, and then that ground ball up the middle. Just almost got out of it instead. Loss in extra innings to the Rays, who have been playing very well late in the ball games, particularly here at the Trop. Well, on the second base side, you see at the very end as he's trying to get a grip on the baseball, it slipped out of his hand. It almost threw like a changeup over to first as he was running away from the base.
Seemed like he had a lot of time, too, to get there. Ibar doesn't run that well. A nice job of getting to that baseball, but for the second time in extra innings, an error cost the Angels a game in extra frames. Tampa wins it 4-3. Stick around for a complete wrap-up of today's game as Angels Live with Billy Mack and Jose Mota is coming up next.